Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Okay, hold on. Let's see here. I wanted to... This is actually here twice. I just realized. There we go. Oh, let me go back to the chat. Hello, Za. I'm doing wonderful. It has been, well, let me rephrase wonderful. The energy has been intense this weekend. All 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, have been really energetically like, whoo. So I'm good. I've been doing lots of grounding. I've very much been looking forward to this live this evening to see how everybody else is doing. How is everybody doing? Hi, sweetie. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you? That's so true. Yeah, it has been a doozy of a weekend for sure. Especially with the full moon energy intensifying everything and just like, yeah, I feel like a lot of us are having really big new beginnings and an opportunity to say, oh wait, I forgot, I want to turn this light on. Hold on. I think that it just leads to a better, it makes me a little hot, which actually I'm not going to do it yet, but if I remember. All right, how is everybody? So how are you feeling this weekend? How was your weekend? What's up? Good. I'm good. You got the rabbit there. How are you? I feel like I'm in this mode where I'm healing, but nothing is appealing. Sounds negative. I totally understand that. Like something that I think that comes up is when your body is really releasing or preparing for you to release maybe trauma, like you're talking about healing, right? So let's just say, for example, just a basic example, that you're healing something from your teenage years at 16, and it is something that you've been working on, and suddenly you find yourself just not drawn to do any of the things that you were drawn to do before, things that maybe were healthy practices for you, suddenly feel like, pushing a boulder up a hill. And so there are certain times now, obviously, if this persists for a very, very long time, then there's patterns and things that we need to relook at, and there's activities that we need to be doing to help support us, right? But the first step is always compassion for yourself and where you are. And so if you're having days or weeks where you're just feeling like exhausted and don't want to do anything, it's because you maybe have been living in fight or flight for so long that your body just finally wants to just be at rest. But our brain and society convinces us that we have to continue to push and heal, or whatever it may be, place X there, right? Work to get farther along, or, oh, I need to hit 35,000 followers, or, oh, I need to post another video about my business because otherwise I'm not going to have any views. Those types of mentalities are things that when we're in the process of healing and you take the time to rest, they surface, especially with the intense energy that's going on in the world and astrologically, and that's just like a whole nother level, right? But yeah, to answer your surface level, like little response, sorry, I just got really deep there for a moment. In your life, and it's been stagnant lately. Stagnancy tends to lead to drastic change, right? It tends to be a moment where a lot is surfacing and it seems as if nothing is happening, but it's because a lot of the under the ground, behind the scene things are really happening. And as long as you're doing the inner work and you're staying consistent to hold and maintain the frequency, and this doesn't mean being positive, right? I think that sometimes in the healing community, there's a confusion that we are not allowed to vibrate at our truth. And our truth can be, when we're assigning positive or negative to anything, it's not necessarily to our benefit, because we are then telling our body or our brain or our subconscious, or however you want to look at it, your higher self, or that this thing is associated with this response. And we take ourselves out of trust, faith, and out of understanding that we have ourselves and have our back. Regardless of the situation. I'm not going live right now with anybody, but if you chat with me and let me know what you'd like to go live about, then maybe I will. I've never done that before. It's always been a bit intense to me. I'm a con artist, Peggy. Peggy, what am I conning people out of? Let's be kind here. I do these lives every week. If you'd like to chat or have questions about what I'm doing, please feel free to ask. But I like that you please keep the room in a respectful energy and just be positive here. And then if you'd like to raise concerns, then please do. And with actual references instead of just statements, you know. I'm so glad to see you. I've been so down all day. Well, hello. I'm happy that you're here as well. I do feel an intense amount of energy this evening and today, and like this whole weekend, like I was just talking about, has been really intense. So I want to go ahead and light the moon candle and really set up a bit of an energy cleanse, if you will. So just take a deep breath. If you're going to be here, my name's Alex. I see that I have a lot of people in here. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. There's a lot of energy associated with today in general. And there's a lot of guides that are coming up through this reference, and especially with the transformation and the full moon energy. So I wanted to work with the moon spirit guide candle. Lavender. I'm feeling very, very drawn to drop into a channeled state. So I'm just being clear here. I'm going to probably ignore the chat. There's a lot of energy wanting to come through. So I'm going to just kind of take a second here. I'm going to ground the energy, take a deep breath. Who stays, stays. If you lose interest and have to scroll, see you later. You weren't meant to be here. I will get back to the chat in just a second. Let's process some of this energy here, and let's get this moon spirit guide candle going. Moon spirit guide symbolizes cyclicity and shadow. Moon spirit guide represents cyclicity, ebb and flow, emotion, darkness, and maternal energy. It's the divine feminine energy found in everyone, regardless of gender. Moon connects us to our subconscious, which links us to our empathic and intuitive selves. Moon helps you dive into shadow work, unafraid and in trust. The moon carries an air of mystery and calm. Its magnetic nature inspires vulnerability, nudging us to go inward and allow ourselves to feel our emotions. In the darkness, it shines its light on thought patterns that no longer serve us, so that we learn self-acceptance and self-love. Moon wants us to let go and creatively express our soul essence. I am going to light the moon spirit guide. I ask that this full moon brings about the healing that is necessary for every single person that's in this room in this moment for your highest good, and only if you consent. All you have to do on your end is just verbalize that you consent. You can type it in the screen if you'd like to do it that way. You can verbalize it in your head. You can say it out loud, but it needs to resonate true for you. It needs to resonate as this connection we're establishing. I work very, very hard to establish Reiki energy healing as well as physical threads of energy that I attach to every candle. And so as I work with that guide, it is opening up a gateway, if you will. You can, however it resonates for you on your end. Candles have been used for centuries for prayer, for vessels of light, for containers of intention setting. And they hold a lot of the elements. The water that makes the earth that becomes the wax, the earth that you use for the wax, the earth that I use for the herbs on top, as well as the earth that I put in the essential oils in each candle. You have the fire that burns from the wick, which is also made of earth. You have the air that sustains the fire and sustains the connection. It is then has the spiritual connection of each candle as well, because it is connected to that spiritual guide. And so regardless, it's the moon energy here. And with the full moon being yesterday, and you're able to access the full moon's energy a couple days before and after, I believe you could do it any time that you'd like if that resonated for you. Because I'm a big believer in you supporting your practice, and what feels right in your practice and what works for your practice may make no sense to any book or person in this world, but as long as you are not causing harm to somebody or imposing your will upon somebody else's, then I believe that you are free to do so. And let's light the candle with that intent. I need my rabbit matches. Moon Spirit Guide, please bring through the illumination, the embracing of a new cycle, the clarity that is illuminated through the embracing of our true flow, of our authentic self. I ask that you prioritize my focus in the direction that best suits my highest good. Ooh. And so it is. Welcome to Torch, our weekly Sunday Live at 8 p.m. every week. So if this is your first time, I hope that you'll be back, and I hope that you'll stick around. We're going to do some card readings tonight for people. We're going to do lots of energy healing. I have just established my parameters because a lot of the guides bombarded me, and I actually asked my guides to clear the room of anybody who didn't really serve to be in here. And we dropped down to a good 20 people, which is amazing. That's a great large chunk of y'all that stuck around for this, and we'll do in some energy healing. And I think that there's a big shift going on right now. Very big. And I've been feeling it all weekend, and I know people have been talking about it, other spiritual people, other people that are here on TikTok, and there's solar flares going on. There's just a lot of energy and just so much potential, let's say. So, the focus this evening from Spirit is peace. Let it rise up, let it come through. That's the song that was saying. How's the music level? I think I want to rise it. Thank you for all the likes. Wow, 2,000 likes. I see you all consenting. Thank you for the follows. Everybody that's following. Jackie, Amber, I appreciate. Crystal, Ava, tag along. Thank you for tagging along. Yesterday I had a potato day and lounged around. Low energy with me, but today I feel renewed. That's great. Good to see you, Dan. That's amazing. I'm glad. I have felt better today as well. I had a lot of stuff to do today, but I had to incorporate some art pieces because the freaking energy has been, those are my meditation outlets, is when I'm in painting or creating some form of art. So I'm glad that you're feeling more renewed today. I think this weekend has really been sapping a lot of our energies. Just stay hydrated. Yes, I just read that too. Stay hydrated. Exactly. As soon as you got it out the mailbox, you could smell it. My candles. Aw. You love your box? Yay. All right. Have you burned your gratitude candle, or did you get a $44 a month box? Teacher, T-True, can you remind me your name? Because I know all my subscribers. Laura! Oh, Laura! Okay. Laura. Yeah. I'm so happy you're loving it. And that you can smell it when you opened up the mailbox. That makes me excited because since it's so in my house, I'm like, I wonder what it smells like when it arrives. Okay. The vibe is good right now. Y'all are doing really great. I want you to know that since you all consented, I've been channeling some clearing energy. My guides just wanted me to kind of hold some space, and I felt them doing a lot of really good work, which is, I think, what cleared up a lot of the energy in the room. And you notice that we don't have to fight with people that are, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. You finally spelled your name right. You changed it. I didn't even recognize it because you changed it. So I thought it was a different crystal. That's hilarious. Cutest box of matches. I do love the little rabbit matches. They're just so little, like so sweet. And like, hopefully you can use them for a long time because like I've been refilling my old boxes. Like I've kept them all in little things, and then I just get like a big pack of matches that I try to find that's eco-friendly and sustainable, and then I throw them into the box. Excuse me. Okay, when this finishes, we're heading into some light language and some energy work. All right, so we've been talking about how energy this week has been intense. You love the matches. Oh, yay. They're one of my favorite things each month to create. You know, and it's funny that the little simple things, the things that are just like, which design do I want? What do I want to put on the matchboxes? You know, but it's really fun deciding each one and seeing how. Sometimes I'm really thinking about it, but a lot of times it's like spirit just kind of makes it all really become cohesive. All right, and then if you're new, if you're just joining, we're just doing a little energy work here. I'm just kind of clearing, getting us ready. Thank you. So I don't know which artwork you're talking about, but I want to tell you that it is a mix of some of it. The art on the candles are my husband's art, and then some of the art on the art from the candles that make it up onto the other items are obviously his art. And then some pieces are my art in there as well, the portal painting that I send you if you're a part of the 88. But then other pieces I do make with mixed media. So I am using a whole bunch of different mixed media to create the message that guide wants to bring through. So thank you, because I am creating it, but it is a mix of those. Do I answer questions? So I am probably going to do a reading portion in a second here, Rainbow Scorpio girl. So I just hang off for a second, and yes, I'll answer as best as I can. I like to stay away from fertility readings, and I tend to gravitate towards love readings being more of an inner reflection, because I think that tarot and divination tools, and at least in an energetic way, I think my best way that I can help you is through figuring out what's best for you. Now, that doesn't mean if spirit brings through a love connection and I vibrationally feel that's a match, then I will reference it. But yeah, that's actually a good segue. My little throat lozenge here is finishing up. Thank you. Oh, no, I didn't mean thank you. He is very talented. I'll let him know and he'll appreciate it. He doesn't even consider himself an artist, which I think is insane because I just didn't want to pass off like I create all the art, you know. I like to be really clear because I am using beautiful pieces of a collection of artists through, you know, creating it on Canva, as well as using my artwork layered in there and his artwork. So it's a real, you know, labor of love and creation, you know. I know his artwork is insane. High school art, that's all he ever took. And then I was like, I think you need to, like, be an artist, but I know you don't want to be an artist, but, like, okay. So let's get going. I'm feeling called to do cards. So the way I'm going to do it for a little bit here. So since this is my weekly live, I want to do a lot of energy healing this evening. I like to hold space in the room for us all to talk about what's going on with us, if we need advice, if we have questions, like, if there's just like a discussion that you'd like to have, then this is the place to do it. This is a place I'd like to have that space available for you. Now, in terms of safe spaces, you are the only person that can decide if a space is safe or not to share. I aim to cultivate that space for you, but I do want to share a couple of my viewpoints in terms of how I handle people that come into the room that may be trolls or just being mean in general. I like to give everybody an opportunity. There's no way way to grow without having first an opportunity for a conversation. If they continue to berate and harass and be mean and depending on the level of that severity, or if I have a large amount of people in here, then sometimes my moderators know that then at that point, if I haven't caught it, that they can go ahead and block the energy so that they can't continue to interrupt. But I do like to give an opportunity for these people to have a discussion, because there's a misunderstanding of not knowing me, judging based off of a small moment, off of seeing me on social media through a lens. And I understand that, people are, worried in certain things, so. Hi. Oh, I'm so happy that you caught me again, Cameron. It's good to see you. His name's Todd. My husband's name is Todd. You're so cute. I can't wait to see him. Thank you for the wishing bottle. That's cute, because it's really interesting you chose that gift, Alyssa. Because I've had this, I've been drawing these bottles, these almost genie bottles, gin bottles, all those types of energies, just in my art has been coming up a lot. First to your live. Oh, well, welcome. I'm so happy. If it's your first time, I'm happy that you're here. Well, my name's Alex. I own Spirit Guide Apothecary, and I do these every Sunday. We are going to be doing healing this evening, card pulls. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up to the floor. We have a good amount of people in here, and I do feel called to just give as fast a readings as I can. I'm going to pick the person I feel drawn to, the first person that I see, and if I don't feel drawn to you, don't be offended. Spirit just may not want to bring through a confirmation in this moment. The way that I look at divination, oracle cards, and tarot, the way that it works is I believe that it'll be a confirmation on your end. So this is going to be something that, since I am doing a particular reading for you, it should be pretty specific to your energy. It should have confirmations in there that you've been thinking about, ideas or directions or concepts that have been playing on in your reality. And it should resonate within your body. So, that doesn't mean that it is your forever truth, right? It is a glimpse of your current frequency and what Spirit wants to guide you in a direction in this moment. A lot of times Spirit will hold energy back or hold information back because you need to be the co-creator of that universe. I think that these are wonderful opportunities for self-reflection. I highly recommend that people use them in their own practice, because I think it's a wonderful practice for a kind of system for self-therapy. I still recommend real therapy, but a system that you can implement to be able to kind of work through journaling. And I also believe that the way that you're able to tap into these same gifts that I'm able to tap into. Now, it takes practice to know the systems of these cards, but it also takes practice to trust your intuition and your inner child to direct that navigation of what Spirit is trying to bring through. But you can still build those systems up on your own end, which is why everything that I aim to bring to you is about self-empowerment, about you finding the energy and the frequency within yourself to co-create that work. You could hear exactly a plan of what to do, but that doesn't mean that you're going to follow through with that energy. It has to be in divine timing with you. And is there anything else I'd like to say? Let's see. I think that's basically it. But I'm tapping in and asking my guides to channel your guides with your permission and your consent. And then I am asking that those cards resonate at the frequency of what is meant to come through for you, so that they can come out and then read you the messages and channel the messages with as much of my lens out of the way as possible to bring it through in a language that makes sense, hopefully only to you. A lot of my readings come through very poetic, if you will. It's not really poetic, but I do have a very odd way of speaking. My ADHD kicks in even in my channeling, and I hop in and kind of fill in the blank as I'm going. So I see a happy birthday. Ooh, we've got a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Whose birthday? I gotta find it. Whose birthday? Diana. I'm gonna say your name correct this time. Hello, Diana, like the princess. Yes, my husband did the art on them. Will someone ask a question real quick, actually, I'll say that. It's okay. Maddie, general guidance, please. Struggling with living situation and finding comfort in abundance. Hi, Maddie. I can't wait for your box this next month. Good to see you again this evening. I'm happy you're here. Let's see here. Okay, we'll start with Maddie here because that was the perfect first kind of energy. Let me see what I feel. Do the candles have different meanings or do different things? Yes, Peyton. Real quick, Maddie, I'm going to answer this question. Peyton, if you want more information, you can check out the link in my bio. But each candle has a specific energy associated with it. The artwork on the front is original, done by my husband, Todd. And then there's 2 key phrases for each candle. And then you've got the entire channeled message on what that guide wants to represent, as well as how you can work with that candle with intention. It also comes with an untying ritual for you to do for your first lighting. So each candle is 100% meant to help you work through a different portion of your journey, regardless of where you are, what level of spirituality or not spiritual at all. You can work with its energy. And that's why it will guide you through how to kind of work with it with more intention. Okay. All right, Maddie. Okay. I'm so happy you found my page too, Maddie. Okay, I'm going back up. Struggling with my living situation and finding comfort in abundance. Okay. Spirit, please bring through the correct message here for Maddie for their highest good. I ask that you channel through exactly what is meant to come through. I'm feeling really called to the faceted garden. I felt earth energy, but I wasn't sure, and I had to look. And I have one other earth deck up here, which maybe we'll pull that too. All right, Maddie. So you're just feeling a little bit unsure. You're trying to really support this new comfort in abundance, but the living situation is causing a feeling of unstable energy. So for everybody that's joining, just give me a second. I'm going to channel with Maddie's energy, and then then you can start spamming the chat with your question or with your what you'd like to know or what you'd like a reading on. All right, Maddie, what does Maddie need to know for her? Ooh. Okay, that instantly gave me a feeling of juggling too much. My rock even went spinning, which is, I forget what this crystal's called. Hold on. It's escaping me right now. But it's blue, and I associate it with throat chakra. I remember it's very calming. I remember I carried it around during the deer box because it brought peace and serenity. And for some reason, the song is even playing Someone Like You, and it's so old sounding, and this feels very connected to memory, okay? Like, I'm struggling with associating things with memory. I feel almost a searching. This is really odd, but there's a female energy, Maddie, coming through really strongly that feels very like almost like you're worried to be just like her, forgetting like her. And please, hold on. I want to confirm here. This is it feels a little bit intense, and I want to just find you real quick here and see that it's okay that we keep going. And a card hasn't even come out yet. So I could be picking up on somebody else's energy, but I was really, really honed in on your energy. This feels, quite honestly, I don't like to really go into family members very quickly before I've even established a connection with you, but this older energy, and with the song playing and the scattered brain, the dropping the cards, the spinning of the crystal, her like almost referencing memory. Okay, hold on, here we go. You're okay. There was a couple of distractions near me. It might have been that. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's keep pulling then. Let's see here. The cards came quick after that. Wild card and Scarecrow. Okay. So this is telling me, the Scarecrow for me is bringing up fear. Afraid that the birds are going to come and pick away at your fruits of your labor. And then even the reference of the image of her, there's like all this color that's sapped from it. Yet you see the fruit here, right? That's in this card, the wild card. And the energy of this memory, I think maybe even be, if it's not an actual family member that feels connected to you in this lifetime, then I feel as if this is your subconscious programming of fear, as if by you being more unsure of what is currently going on around you, but still being in that trust of abundance, that somehow you are somehow they keep referencing it, okay? They keep referencing that somehow you are falling into the same habits that your family did in the past. My mom has been a part of the financial and living situations. Okay, that's interesting. And it feels like it's really thrown like your energy for a loop because of this wild card here. There feels like there's this cloud up above blocking the sun, right? And I think that then, okay, it's becoming more clear as you're revealing that, because I feel what I was picking up on was this like pattern, right? This karmic pattern and this lack mentality or this fear mentality associated with this being uprooted. You see that this vegetable here is completely out of the ground, completely uprooted, and in a situation that maybe there's even like rocks down below it. It doesn't look like a very beneficial situation, and the sunlight is being blocked because of those old subconscious beliefs that maybe she doesn't even realize, or that you may not even realize are being subconsciously passed on to you. And it's making you freeze a bit. It's making you be where you feel a natural state of being in abundance. You feel the joy of the abundance naturally coming up in your frequency, but it's almost like you're having to put on a mask. That's a scarecrow, right? Like put on a fake show. The scarecrow didn't have a heart, right? Is that what the scarecrow? No, the Tin Man didn't have a heart. The scarecrow didn't have any courage. No, that's a fucking lion. What's the other one? He didn't have a brain. Look, and I was talking about memory. Holy shit. And I didn't even remember that the scarecrow didn't have a brain. So there's this concern, like this juggling going on. Me dropping the cards, this concern of memory, or like not being able to like juggle everything, like something's falling through the cracks. I'm forgetting to do something, and it's putting you in fear. And Spirit is bringing through a focus of like, realize that this cloud is not your cloud. That this stems from your like past generations. Let's see what you're saying here. Hold on. I can definitely see the falling into patterns. Yes, 100% it's been generational with all the women to their oldest daughters in my family. Brain. Yeah, see? Okay. And you were telling me that it was brain. Yep. Wizard of Oz, OMG. Okay, see, hang out. And y'all, I want to tell you, just because I'm doing a reading for somebody else doesn't mean that the reading can't still have messages and symbology for you, okay? Because this is a collective that we're in. And 7.7 thousand likes. That's a cool number. Thank y'all. That's a cool number. Vivid Dreams. The song. Music is coming through strong for you, Maddie, and I feel like you need to get into joy a little bit more. Get out of the stagnancy of this water, right? And I think that as you kind of recognize that it wasn't your cloud that was making you feel, oh, thank you for the bunny. That was so cute. Oh, and the wishing bottle. Thank you so much. As you kind of get out of your head, I think you're going to really find yourself enjoying the that sounds crazy to say, because I know that seems like enjoying the chaos, but there does seem like this freedom in not having to follow some pattern, not having to carry on some kind of idea of how you approach the future. Okay? I do want to pull one more card, and pay attention to your dreams. Now, these are quick, okay? I'm going in real deep here, but these are supposed to be quick, and they're kind of telling me, okay, Alex, you're done enough. But I want one more card for you. Thank you. Okay, see, they confirmed it. Wreath and Passage. Yeah, look. You see the torch? I talked about, like, passing on something. You have your own gateways and passages that you need to take and that you need to write. And you gotta prioritize what is in your your good health in this moment, because that will in the long run be what's best for your whole collective. And you talking about that it's been something with the first daughter of every generation, and that is something that it's going to be very hard for you if you're the first one doing it, especially. There's this wreath kind of coming in as a symbol to that, like you being the royalty, that like your ancestors coming through with like you are doing it. Just have the faith in yourself to really sustain when the reality around you doesn't seem to be representing anything of sustenance. Okay? Oh, that got crazy there. Okay. All right, whoever's next, throw up in the chat. Tap the screen, throw up in the chat. I like emojis, just so you know. Emojis tend to pull me in. I'm going to give it a second. I'm going to let it clear through just a moment to let it flood, so you may have to put it once or twice. Thank you for the roses. Power. I didn't mean that you have to give me gifts. I meant like I like emojis in the thing, but the gifts are very much appreciated. I just withdrew my gifts, and I have made $30 in my lifetime through gifts on TikTok. That's so cool. I was like, oh my God. $30? That's cool. I'm gonna buy myself a deck. Thank y'all. That's so cool. They won't let me take out my other money, which is like so low anyways, but like they won't let me take out the creator fund. From my one viral video. Okay, I feel that you're feeling my energy here. Spirit, clear my energy here for a moment. I ask that you reconnect me with the divine messages that are meant to come through, connect me to the person on the other side that I'm meant to channel for. Who am I meant to channel for, Spirit? Spirit, I feel like you want me to do my Synesthetics here. Okay. Nope. Meg, will I hear from Patrick by the end of the month? 1 second, Meg. Spirit, will you answer this question for me? Spirit, are you going to use these sticks, like cleansing sticks, for my highest good? I ask that you please cleanse these and only bring through messages that are 100% true and authentic for the person's highest good. I ask that you please clear these of anything that is not serving it and anything that would read for a false negative or a false positive. I ask that you then guide me to the correct message through what these sticks then channel. Are you going to hear from Patrick by the end of the month? Nope. Matter of fact, I see you and Patrick going in very different directions, unfortunately, or fortunately. Take it as it resonates, but these sticks really shot off in a completely different direction. I kind of brought the spider forward to represent Patrick, but it just felt like everything was just moving away. There was almost a yes, but it felt like Spirit just wants you to really focus on yourself right now, Meg. Cultivate that love for yourself. Continue to cultivate it. And then if it's meant to come back around, listen, no for right now, though. My dad and cardinal that is the cardinal that visits. Is your dad the cardinal that visits? Ooh, I think that already is a yes, because I'm a believer that if you feel the energy present within that connection of the sign for you, the sign and the language is going to be unique for you. It may not be every cardinal, but I do believe that if there's a special moment and you believe that it was your father sending you that cardinal, it was your father. No, don't let anybody take that away from you. But let's ask the sticks. Yes, you see? And it almost stayed on 2, so I feel like he sends you a lot of cardinals. Have you looked up the significance of cardinals? Because they have a lot of significance. They are actually known to be messengers from the dead. And let's just do a quick Google, because that's fun. Cardinal spirit guide meaning. I don't even normally Google. I like to tap in. What do you think the guide means? But let's just see what Google says right now. You have a lucky guardian on your side. Cardinal people enjoy their home life, but also like to dress up, see, and be seen. If the cardinal is your spirit animal, you are probably a person who loves music and the way it brings people together. How beautiful. So let's get a song for you, shall we? What song does your father want to bring through as a cardinal? Grateful from Momentology. I love Momentology. The song Grateful. This is the song that your father wanted to bring through. Take it as it resonates. Maybe look it up. Rise. $30 is a lot. Look, I mean, I understand that maybe not everybody can afford, but there's a lot that goes into every single candle. They are 27, and you can actually get them for a deal if you buy the any 4. You get them for 25. Actually, right now, 23 each. They're 100% soy wax. They have only essential oils. They're 16 free, so they're free of anything that does not serve you and isn't natural. They have original artwork on the front. They burn roughly 55 hours. Smell amazing and are imbued with Reiki healing energy and have channeled messages on the side that how you can connect with that spiritual energy and how you can work with intention. And I promise you, if it's meant for your highest good to work with one of these products, that it means that you're going to have abundance flowing into your life that will provide a lot more abundance to provide you with things that cost way more than $30. But they're worth it, I promise. I promise. You gotta believe me, but you can check out my reviews. Can I do a general reading for you? So first you asked for a reading, and then you tell me that $30 is too much when I'm giving you a free reading. You people crack me up. That's funny. That's funny. It's always the people that want something free. Oh, I see you, girl. Okay, good. Good. You scared me for a moment. I was like, damn, girl. You telling me, can you give me a reading? Then you're like, $30? I completely forgot I talked about my $30 from life. My bad. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm like, my candles are worth it, I promise. That's hilarious. I'm sorry for scaring you. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. That was Spirit bringing through a laugh. That was Spirit being like, look, you just ready to fight. That's that switching from Aries energy. I'm not ready to fight, I promise. This weekend has been intense. Okay, so now you have to get a reading. I'm gonna give you one. So you said a general, right? Let's reconnect here. Because you were sending me support the whole time. Look at you. Can you do a general? Okay. Adriana. Okay, Adriana. Adriana? I want to make sure I say your name correctly. Okay. Spirit, please connect me to her team for the highest good. I ask that you bring through the message that they're meant to receive for their highest good. Please cleanse me of anything that is not meant to come through. I guess my husband is making coffee, and I hear the coffee almost finish, which is funny because I feel like that's even a reference to your own percolating system, and like where you are in your current journey. So let's see what comes through. I want to see what card I'm feeling called to. I don't think I've ever used this deck live. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you. All right. All right. Let's see here. This is the Empathic Oracle. I may even read you the message from the deck. But I want to pull a couple things and get a picture because you said a general reading. So just Spirit, bring through general guidance that can help support them for their highest good on their journey. What do they need to be told? Past. Okay. Spirit, are these two cards their cards? Spirit, are these two cards their cards? Okay, they are. They're having me keep these two down. There's a focus on the past. Let's see here. I want to pull a... Because I turned out to make myself look like a villain, I'm going to use the Disney villain deck. We're going to have fun. I use everything. There are no mistakes, okay? There's only an opportunity for growth and vulnerability and acceptance. There's only an opportunity for connection and to create a new energy. So there's this feeling here of focusing on the past a bit too much, or becoming free of the past because of the percolating of the energy there. But because they had me keep the other two cards, like I don't even want to look, like the other two cards, they had me keep it face down. And then they had the past card come out face up, and it's black and white. I like to use a lot of color in my readings. 8, 9, 10. 10 is like full completion. You are heading out of the single digit numbers and into the secondary digits. So this makes me think of you really turning a new leaf. And again, freeing yourself from maybe old simplistic mentalities, like things that bothered you before don't bother you anymore. They roll off your back. I feel as if maybe there are a couple of people in your specific close interior journey that have a lot to say about what you're doing. And I actually feel like maybe you're a bit misunderstood, especially since I misunderstood your energy. Like, I think maybe that you go through a little bit in life a bit misunderstood. And so I think that Spirit is showing you time and time again how by showing up in your authenticity, it doesn't have to be what somebody else's expectations or response represents. Yeah, King of Wands. You know? Sometimes you have when people have an intense energy, when someone has a really intense energy, just without even trying, their energy is just misinterpreted. I resonate with that very much. And the King of Wands coming up, even though you have the snake in this card here, the King of Wands is all about like being in full creative flow with your passions and what you're creating. And you know how I talked about you being free, and like the fact that this is a bird here and it's black and white, and then I have the King of Wands here, you're bursting into color. That makes sense to me. I've been going to therapy and trying to work out problems of my past. See, okay, yeah, you're really making very large strides and breakthroughs. So keep doing what you're doing because it's leading to you feeling more free to create. The King of Wands does tend to feel a bit like when they're not in passion, they feel a bit lackluster. So Spirit's bringing up a reference of like when you're in that downtime and you're feeling a bit like, I want something that will kick up my energy, then really try to find a practice that can be very helpful for you. Try to shift your energy. And I know that's very, very hard, especially in that moment. But just even if it's 5 minutes of journaling, or if you're a big journaler, then do something different. Something that really shifts your energetic focus in that moment, but is creative, or something that ignites your passion. It could be just lighting a candle and connecting with its energy for a moment. And it seems that this current transformation of rebalancing your Phoenix phase, if you will, this rebirth that you're going through, that is going to lead you to learning a lot more. And let's see what those things are. Summer and sacral chakra. Wow. Hold on. Sacral chakra in reverse. That is so funny because here I am talking about you creating your passions, how you can feel stagnant, and here the sacral chakra card in reverse. That's telling me that what you're learning is how to really create even though you may be feeling no creativity, because eventually that flow of creativity is going to really switch and come through a lot easier. I think especially around summertime, this spring is going to be about you focusing on the colors of bloom for you. And the colors I mean by your specific practices and frequencies that cultivate a support system within yourself as you feel uncomfortable in this new skin. Okay? And there is like a focus on color being very important. I said it earlier, maybe wearing a lot of bright colors this spring, especially with this summer. There's just so much color going on. And because of the sacral chakra, maybe focusing on oranges, things like that can help boost your sacral chakra. Maybe just, especially, it's funny because I talked about a firebird, right? And you think about the phoenix and you think about the way that they go through a death and a rebirth and they symbolize a full rebirth. Well, they have to go through the intensity of that tower, that death, right, if you will, so that they can be reborn and be a baby again, basically. And that way they can work their way up in a new skin, in a new way. But there's a bit of sorry, they keep having me listen to the music. I don't need you to save me is what she's saying. And she sounds like Adele, but I know it's not Adele. Hold on. I put the thing. This is Leave by Miriam. Leave by Miriam. So if that also applies in some way, maybe. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay. That's funny because I've been coloring my hair orange for about 2 months now. Wow. See? Your intuition is strong. I really feel there's an awakening going on within your creative aspects and sides, and the fact that it's coming through in your hair and the way that you're expressing yourself outwardly is a big testament to where you currently are with the fact that it came through. So your guides feel very much like just wanting wanting you to be on your side at all times, right? That's important right now. It's important always, but it's just a very big focus right now for you as you cultivate this new you. Hello, Mary Jane. I have the best energy. Thank you so much. Okay. Throw them up in the chat if you have. The owl is one of my favorites. I love the owl. Me too, Mama. It's one of my main guides too. I love the owl. Okay, I'm gonna pick one more person and then I'm gonna do some channeled energy. So one more person come up in the chat. Spirit, cleanse this energy for the highest good. I ask that you bring through the messages that are meant to come through. Help connect me to the person that I am meant to bring through the message for. I didn't need to read the book. It came through pretty clear with those cards. I'm gonna use them. I like those. I haven't used those in a second. Okay, yeah, one more person. Spirit just confirmed it. One more person, and then I will do some energy healing. If nobody wants a reading, that's okay. Then I can do a collective for everybody if we're okay with that. Just throw up in the chat what you'd like. If you'd rather me just do a collective for everybody in here, or if you have a specific thing that you really think you need help on. Let's see. I'm gonna just let y'all type and let y'all catch up in the moment. Take a deep breath. One of those stink bugs just came flying in over here. I know they're called something else. I know that they kind of represent like being aware. I don't want to say warning because that's like they have an odor. Aids with clarifying dreams. So a stink bug just flew and it's literally on top of. So hold on, you see the skull there? It's on top of this skull right over here. This painting, which is a painting I did for a paint class. But it says that visions and insight. She can show the connections between seemingly separate, unrelated events and heightened intuition. Pay attention to your instincts and people, situations, and circumstances. I'm glad it helped you a lot. You're so welcome. Thank you for being a good sport and for being here. I go live every Sunday, and I'd love it if you would be here again every week, if you can. Okay, so I see a love reading, collective. Okay, collective. You love collective. We've got a heart here. We've had stink bugs in our house. Bad. Yeah, we've been getting them out of our porch, but I've got 2 in here now that have made their way in because I've been having my porch open at night and I haven't grabbed them, so I gotta get them out. I just get a little jar and then I scoop them and then I go put them outside. As long as you get them and kind of maintain it, then they'll stay outside after a couple weeks of doing that. But I like to not harm them. They're not harmful. They're just looking for a place to hang out. But it's cool that they have clarifying dreams. They help with clarifying dreams. Pay attention to instincts. General and my living arrangement. Okay. We've had stink bugs in our house for that. Okay. All right, Cameron. I'll go ahead and do Cameron real quick, and then I think that the energy healing may come through with the message for the collective. Okay. That was a fucking yes. All right. Wow. 12,000 likes, y'all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Cameron, is your living situation going to improve in the next month? Cameron, is your living situation going to improve in the next week? Cameron, is your living situation going to improve in the next 2 months? Cameron, will your living situation improve when your mental situation improves? So that was almost a yes. Cameron, will your living situation improve when you speak your truth? Cameron, will your living situation improve in the next 6 months? Cameron, will your living situation improve in the next... Cameron, will your living situation improve in the next year? Let's get some clarity here. Spirit, tell me what's going on with Cameron's living situation. I'm going to use this deck here. Give me just a second. I would appreciate it. If anybody that comes in, if you guys just let 555 right now. King of Wands. King of Wands. Six of Wands and the Hierophant. Cameron, there's something that's really stopping your voice, your truth. There's time for something to move on. There's a voice in your ear that you're trusting. The Fool. It's time for a new beginning. It's really like, I kept asking Spirit, and they kept saying no with the living situation improving, because it makes me feel that you have to improve it. Whatever this is something that you are, unfortunately, you have to take a step, some kind of drastic step, some kind of new beginning. And it has to come from a place of faith and trust in yourself and knowing that that is all that's necessary. It doesn't mean it has to be the right step. It's just a step. You got the King of Wands that came up sideways. You got the Eight of Wands that came up in reverse, giving me this just like this stagnant, slow down energy, this wall that you've hit, this like attempt to be your true authentic self, and this wall that you've hit. And then you have the Hierophant in reverse with the Six of Wands upright. So this tells me that there's like movement that needs to happen. The Six of Wands is speaking to leaving this energy behind. All of these wands, all of these Eight of Wands, like it feels like leaving behind your crown, your royalty, but it's like, trust that you're a voice of God, or there is something that God is doing through you that you're meant to do. The Hierophant speaks to literally being a channel for God. You have it in reverse here, which means you're doubting yourself entirely, which means that this whole situation or whatever is currently going on in your life, this living situation or arrangement, is really affecting your ability to see through the lens of anything other than your mind, which needs to be sent to your heart chakra. You really need to be doing some focal energy on getting centered out of this passion. There's so much wand and fire. It feels like every which way you turn. Actually, I'm sorry. Hold on. Every which way you turn, you are adding another stick to the fire, or some stick is being added. Just hold on one second. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Hold that sacred light. You've got creation around you, but things are really jumbled up. There's a lot of things going on in your mental space. There's a need for you to get grounded into your lower chakras. And this fire coming up, but it's interesting because fire is often associated with our lower energies and like that connection that is in that sacral, that solar plex area, right? But they're talking about your Earth Star chakra. You have so many chakras within your body, but is more about you. Oh, thank you for those beautiful lights. That was just gorgeous. And look, a shining your light was being referenced. And see, those hanging lights was a reference to you, like, being placed into too many boxes. Like, I drew a box around the 8, the creation. I drew a box around the triangle. There is like pure magic trying to come through for you, but you are allowing external people to shut you down and make you not feel confident in yourself. Okay, let's hear her. Oh, hi, Adele. Good to see you this evening. You made it. Okay, so, and I got the number 355, which felt like an area code or a phone number, like almost like it's time to change your phone number, is what I'm hearing. Like, there's like this need to, like, and this could be energetically, maybe just setting some intentions that, like, I energetically cut, yeah, look, that's coming up in my body here. I energetically cut any cords that are connected to old lack mentality or allowing boxes to be placed upon me. You see this? It's a little hard to see. Swipe to the left if you want to see the full screen. There's a smiley face in here. This is meant to be you. There's a smiley face right here, and there's a nose. Right? This is you. You're cool. This is chill. You're chill. You're creating. Here's your hand here. You're creating. And you're creating abundance. You see the 8 here, but it's boxed in. There's an opening and it's coming out and it's coming onto you like a little bit of abundance flowing on you. But like the moment you dismantle this box, you free yourself into this creation. And then you see how it adds to 4. That's speaking to the creation that you're able to create from. And then you've got your lower chakras here being blocked off. You've got a triangle down here. There's a lot of work that needs to be done within releasing your wildness. This is why the 6 of Wands is showing me like a need to like really go out and get yourself energetically, regardless of if the living situation can't be changed energetically, Cameron, there's ways to free yourself and to continue to support yourself for a future that you know you're cultivating towards, right? Because freedom may not be in the 3D in the present moment, right? Because there may be limiting things in your present situations that are causing you to not be able to drastically change your living situations. But I promise you, Spirit will work around you. Make the changes that feel in resonance with your heart, and Spirit will co-create with you. You cannot co-create with Spirit out of a place of fear, because then it messes with the energy. Imagine you have this big old cauldron, Cameron, and you're coming in and you're like doing all this work, and then you're bringing someone by and you're like, hey, taste this, and you're letting them talk shit over the magic that you just created, and it's tainting the magic that you're creating that is meant to come through from God. And God wants you to let go of this so that He can handle this, okay? Or they can handle this, excuse me. Your mom is toxic and she won't let you be your authentic self. Oh, it's funny that I use the cooking reference, because that's just like, it feels like almost like, yeah, there's this energy that is very judgmental over everything that you're doing. And I don't even think that it stems from an actual place of judgment. Maybe it does, right? But our place is not to get caught up in the judgments of what other people's judgments mean or how they're defined. Our place is to resonate from a place of truth and authenticity, and to put our place in out of anger and out of needing to correct, or if you've told someone time and time again your boundaries and they continue to refuse to uphold them, it's your responsibility to then follow through with what that boundary was supposed to put in place, which is what it creates, the wall that it creates. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to talk to you about these things anymore if we cannot come to a way of discussing them with more mutual respect. But your Earth Star Chakra, look into your Earth Star Chakra. There's creation magic at your hands. You are really just, it's more up here. And when you center yourself in your heart chakra more and free yourself from any of these boxes, and really, maybe that's why they want you to connect with your Earth Star, because all of these chakras seem blocked up. And when you connect down here to this energy, which is your Earth Star Chakra, then you're going to free up a lot of that energy, okay? Yes, it is, and I hate it where I am so much. Okay, so Cameron, continue to focus on what you love about where you are, okay? I know that that's hard, right? But I know you're like ready to get out of whatever this situation is, but Figure out what things you're doing in your day-to-day, whether it's the 10 minutes, the 5 minutes, start there, that you're getting in the shower of peace. And then cleanse yourself and just start with consistency of grounding yourself, asking for Gaia to ground you, looking for things to support you, not to take you out of your authentic energy, right? She really is judgmental. Yeah, I'm sending you so much peace and support, and I want you to know, by you freeing yourself of those judgments and yourself of judging her or judging anybody else through that lens, then you heal that for your line, and regardless on if she can confront that in herself or not. Verbally abusive and emotionally abusive, then I would recommend that you really, really, really limit the contact that you have. And I mean, I think that there's always ways to it depend. You're talking about verbally and emotionally abusive. I think that you really have to find some practices and some external help, like from a therapist, that could help you and her come to better communication skills. If you want to continue to cultivate that relationship. If it's something that you can't cultivate, then unfortunately, not everybody can be in our life for all aspects of it, and nothing is permanent, exactly. Nothing is permanent, exactly. The only constant is change. And as we adapt, as we learn to adapt, there's just this focus on you really needing to shine. And you can shine. I promise you've probably dealt that with all this hard energy and all this judgment, because you are a very, very bright light, Cameron. And that means that you're meant to, like, you even use 99 as your number there. Like, there's just a big energy number right there, just in the numerology that you used. So, okay. So, y'all, I feel called to do a little energy work here for... Oh, and now I'm seeing like a play button, like almost like a VCR. It's time to hit play on your life. Stop waiting for the circumstances to change, to hit play. You change the circumstances by hitting play. If you just keep it paused in the movie, then you never find out what else is along the journey, you know? Yeah, maybe the end of the journey comes with some pain. Maybe there's some pain along the way, but you never get to experience any of the pain or any of the good. You're just in limbo, which sometimes feels good, but eventually there comes a time where you have to recognize that you're the only one that can create the happiness within yourself and in your life that is. Okay. Nothing works and she is about to be cut off. Yeah. It sounds like it can't. It sounds like that might be what's best for you. And I know that might be hard since you live with her and how that may look to your future. But it sounds like if you've tried therapy and you've tried all these things, some time apart and some distance to do some separate healing. Because, the people that we love most can really, a quote that I'm hearing is like, you think you've healed? You think you've gotten to a point of being healed? Spend 5 days around, the people you love, your family, your loved ones, and then it really puts you in a place of understanding, the people. No one triggers you like your loved ones. No one understands your triggers and accidentally triggers you or affects you like your loved ones do, your close friends, your close family, any of those things. I'm seeing what else comes up here. I'm going to channel through a collective energy now, okay? Just give me a second. You could help by focusing your energy on your end and tapping the screen if you want. There's different ways. You can just do it with your intention. You can tap the screen. Okay, let's see here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so for the collective energy here, there is... I'm seeing a lot of grid workers in here this evening, and look, I look up and there's 11. I literally wrote down 11. I wrote down 11, and there's 11 people in here right now. If you're in here right now, please stay and listen to this message, because there's 11 people in here right now. And I was channeling the energy, and I heard 11, 11, 11 so clearly. And I was shown this image that I drew, like this little tiny, it's probably hard to see, but she's like this little bunny, but with like this secretary vibe. Like she's up top, and they referenced grid workers. There's a collective energy. It's almost like a television set. They're showing me this like radio frequency, this radio station. Oh, and it's funny because I was literally talking about a VCR and hitting play. So this is leading from that. What do you mean with the VCR? And here it is. This is what's going to come through, I guess. Because that reference must have been leading into this collective portion of this reading, Cameron. So let's see what it means, because there's some sort of, I did draw a television. There is, I think, an old, I saw First Birthday for some reason on the television screen, and I was about to ask if anybody has been on, was on television as a child. Like, did you do like a baby commercial, or did you do like some sort of television, or did you like constantly have camera like doing like, I don't know. But First Birthday came up, and it was the 11 kept coming up, and then I drew all these like sevens, if you will, but some of them, they look like people. And that's when they started to bring in the channel energy of grid working. And like, so grid workers are just energetic beings. Anybody can be a grid worker, but it's my understanding, which is a very, just my own perspective, so take it with a grain of salt. But a grid worker is working energetically with the grids that exist within the earth, to help heal them, to help clear them. They are collective energy workers. They are, when you think of like mycelium within the earth, and I love to talk about mycelium because they are amazing systems that connect everything on our planet. They literally connect all tree systems, and when you actually look at the earth like underneath, it's just all these roots of trees and mycelium and just light grids. And then you think of how we have equators and different areas, okay, and then we have longitude and latitude. We can get mathematical, we can get scientific, we can look at it in a lot of different ways. But energetically, what they're showing me here is a collective of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Holy shit, y'all. I no kidding you. I was in a channel state, okay? I drew 11. Hold on, how do I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do you see it? I think I counted correctly. Let me recount. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The one in the TV, the one, is the last one. And these are a little more huddled. But there is, I did do individual markings for them. And so 11 coming up yet again, with the amount of markings that I did and the amount of grid workers and the 11 people that are in here right now. The bunny being creation and abundance magic, being the box that everybody's working with this month. Maybe you aren't, but some people in here are in the Torchbearer Monthly Deep Dive box and subscribed and worked with the rabbit this month. And I guarantee that there is a moment of major shift within your timeline right now, and your mission, if you will. And look, I accidentally kept the full out. When I put all the other cards up, all the other cards are up, and I kept the full out by accident. You are connecting energies without even knowing what you're doing. You are probably feeling very physically tired right now. I guarantee that this weekend hit you hard. And there is a yearning from Gaia that has intensified within the past week that you're not sure, and it's in your subconscious, and if this is resonating as true right now, that you're not sure if you fully tap into that you could survive it. That's what it feels like. The song talks about sacrifice. But I want you to remember you're not alone. There is this old energy that is being healed And with the VCR reference coming up, it feels as if, and like the reference of like being a television, like as a child, like were you on television as a child, or like were you always meant to be on television? There's like this portal that's being opened through the energy work that you're creating, or through the energy grid work that you're doing. And I almost feel like, throw up where everybody is from. Now we have one more person in here that wasn't here before, but if the 11 people have stayed, and the 12th person, welcome. But the 11 people that are here, if you will, throw up where you're from. Let's connect our energies on the state or the location that we're at. We are all individual torchbearers, and we're working with Gaia right now. And there's a lot happening, and there's a lot of fear going on, and there's this whole don't look up kind of situation that's been kind of making its way around. Because our scientists have been talking for a very long time about the desperate need of our planet right now. But I just want to bring us back to a focal point of what we're energetically here to do, and this is very much unique. Okay, there might be one or two of you in here that think I'm cuckoo with what I'm saying. That's okay. But there's something you're doing energetically. You're Lithuanian, but you currently live in Los Angeles. Soy cubano, but I live in Atlanta. That's my mom is Cuban as well. She lives in Georgia as well. We've got Georgia very close to you. Oh, yay, I got a fellow. And you're one of my subscribers. I was excited. I have like 3 monthly subscribers from Mableton area and in Georgia. I love it. Am I doing healing, but I'm being intense and so draining? Okay. It's been draining, yeah. North Utah, Delaware, Missouri. No accidents, exactly. I'm having this mental health problems and walls up because of my living situation. Walls up, and I talked about you having boxes, Cameron. You were meant to be here tonight. No accidents for sure. Connecticut. Okay. Spirit, please connect for our highest good. I ask that you just consent on your end. Everybody that just said where they're from, we're in Vienna, Austria. I'm sorry. Vienna, Austria. I'm so happy that you're here. It is so hard to read this little chat, y'all. Okay, Connecticut here. Oh, there it is. Listen to the song. I link each light that is in here this evening for our highest good. Only for your highest good. I ask that you surrender to the experience as I provide healing, Reiki energy, as your body does the work and does the healing. I want you to close your eyes. Envision that you are a thread, a torch. Envision that you are the wick of your own candle and that you are burning bright with no end in sight. That God, that source, that Gaia, that whatever energy you believe in is providing the wax, is providing the energy so that your wick can burn indefinitely to create the reality that it is meant to co-create here and now on this new earth. You hold the frequency of healing, of love, of unconditional love. We connect to the heart chakra and we free ourselves of any blockages, any bricks that will be blocking us from connecting to the unconditional love that is our birthright, that is vibrating through all of us, collectively connected for the highest good, vibrating at the true frequency that is needed in this moment. Hey. Take a deep breath. You know what time it is? If you know what time it is, throw up the emoji. You know what time it is? Yes. That's what time it is. Are you ready to howl like a wolf? If it's your first howl, we like to utilize the freedom of wolf energy to vibrate our truth through frequency. And I know I look crazy, but this is a form of light language that is a way to channel the flowing energy of Reiki to move it through your body wherever it's meant to go. Are you ready? On 3, we're gonna howl. 1, 2, 3. I would actually have totally been trying to dance. I love it. I love dancing as healing too. And maybe that means that one time we have to do dancing live. 17,000 likes. Thank y'all so much. Deep breath. I want you to channel that energy from deep in Gaia. We've envisioned ourselves as wicks. Now I want you to picture the roots coming from the bottom of your feet. It doesn't matter if you're touching Gaia right now or laying in bed. I ask that you just envision those roots. Dark, chocolate brown, just in such rich, abundant soil, regardless of the environment that lives around you. For the chaos that exists in the environment of your peace provides nourishment to the roots within your soil, so that you can fully bloom and fully embrace the true magic that is your authentic birthright to live as you are. And I want you to just pull that limiting thought that you feel coming up, bubbling up to the surface. And I want you to pull it up. And I want you to just realize it's rising in your body. I did not plan this, but this song does do this. I forgot. Picture it rising, rising. Just pull it from the depths. You don't need it anymore. Release it. Let it go. It doesn't serve you. Just let me have it. Just let it go. Let it go. It's mine. It's not yours. It doesn't serve you. It's not yours. It doesn't serve you. Let it go. Good, good. I know it's getting intense. Good. Release those shoulders. Wiggle about. Be a little silly. Good job, good job. Okay. Good. We're just going to pull that healing energy up from Gaia still into our heart chakra. Okay. Now I am going to seal you with the rune of the pine tree for fully feeling strong and abundant and prosperous, and just the foundation that you've laid has just provided an opportunity of just pure flow of strength. Good. All right, y'all. All right. There's a little bit of releasing still going on from some of you. Some of you released with that end of that song. But there's a little residual just kind of coming up, and I'm continuing to transmute it into the flame that you see here, the candle, which is the Moon Spirit Guide candle. All right. I'm going to turn this air on now. Okay. Drink some water. If you have it near you, please drink some water. Wow, that was beautiful. And sunflower is my favorite flower, so thank you so much. Wow, as I was watering myself, as I hope you were all hydrating, Diana just sent the perfectly timed sunflower that just symbolized everything we just did, because we were connecting to our roots and healing, and that flower just bloomed through the entire screen. And that was a representation of all of us collectively working to cultivate an energy of love, a frequency of trust, and blooming, right? And this is why these Sundays are really great. And I love having these. Hi, Susie. It's been so long since I've seen you. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Sorry if I missed you coming in. That was the first time I saw your username there. Yeah, we are every Sunday now, 8 p.m., which we've been going for an hour and a half here. I am going to wrap up here in a moment. I do want to do a couple collective cards here for whoever needs it this evening. I mean for the collective entire room. So I'm going to get into a channel state. We're going to see what Spirit brings through. I'm actually going to be asking that they channel something that is potentially going to be a little illogical. I feel like I have a really good, close-knit here group that's a little bit okay with the woohoo. So if you will, we're going to delve into the woohoo a bit, and we're going to see what energy we can channel for our highest good as we're at 18,000 likes. And let's have some fun. I want the inner child to come up. We need to continue this space now that we just, I feel like, released something that was, I don't know, I feel clearer. I don't know how you feel. I hope that energetically on your end you feel a little bit more free, a little lighter. I feel as if some weight has been lifted off of my shoulder. This weekend has been very intense. And so I feel like a little bit more like free. So I hope that you all feel that way right now. I'm collectively asking that the Reiki energy go to where it is necessary for your highest good. Reiki works across time and distance and space. It doesn't need to be done just for a specific person. And so just stay hydrated on your end. Hydrate with some water, okay? But I really want to bring through some channeled messages and maybe some card, and I think that it's going to be for everybody that's in here. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every one of you, and some of you are here every week. So I want to thank you. Can we join you in sending Reiki? Please do. If everybody is okay, I ask that you do, because any Reiki that is not going to be serving someone's highest good will not go through. At least that's my intention. So I ask that we collectively create a portal of healing energy, regardless on if you're a Reiki practitioner or on if you're a pranic healer or you have other healing modalities and you'd like to add to the pool of healing. Please do. I just ask that you keep the energy for the highest good, and that's it. And so I sat with my guides to cultivate the energy of just keeping things in flow for everybody's highest good, and that everybody only receives what will benefit them. And Adele, I know your energy is like, so yes, please. I would love it if one day we go live together. Adele's energy is like, they're a subscriber to my box and a Reiki master, and have really, really awesome viewpoints on death, and they also come in every single Sunday and are a great community builder to help all of us heal. So I would love for you to join in. I actually have to use the restroom. I have to pee real quick. So I think I'm going to give you just a moment to collect yourself, because this next part is going to be an energy of channeling. So I just want to pause for just a moment. Stay if you feel called. If you have to go, that's totally okay. I appreciate you being here. I'll be right back. Okay? I'm coming. Okay. Hold on a minute here. Hello. I'm back. Thank you so much for staying. That stink bug is getting closer every time. Let's see here. Okay. I just released all of those walls. Gaia showed me and showed I fully released everything. Good. I'm so happy for you, Cameron, and that all the toxic energy. Oh, I'm just giving you the biggest, like, energetic hug, okay? I'm so happy that you feel that way and that it resonated on your end, and that because you know what I'm going to do, Cameron? I'm going to take your image and I'm going to erase the blocks, the squares that I put around your creation here, because you freed yourself from that now. So that's gone. This is gone. And now you can just shine bright because everything is just flowing. No more. Like, the lesson is still there. You see the hint of it, right? Because you integrated it. You didn't just, like, burn it away. You integrated it. You utilized what was serving you from it to free yourself from it. Because you realized that the only thing that was keeping you there was you, and that you can just be free. I love it. You're so proud of yourself. Good. I'm so happy. Nothing makes Alex happier. Look, there's my mom. See, she knows me well. I really will continue to work on my highest self for the highest good. Yes. Oh, Maribel, it's good to see you. I'm doing wonderful. Well, this weekend's been intense energetically. I am doing wonderful, but it has been a constant grounding energy weekend. So I'm doing great. How have you been? It's good to see you. I do these every Sunday now, Maribel, so I would love it if you could come every Sunday at 8 p.m. And so I grabbed a couple new decks, y'all. I felt called. I told you we're going to go woohoo here, okay? So we're going to see what energetic, intergalactic is what I'm very much feeling. Actually, I want to grab my Starseed deck. Intergalactic, yes, it feels very much like, and that song was even taking me there. I'm going to be very connected to my inner child, so I may get pretty playful, maybe a little more chaotic. Can that even exist? More chaotic. I am going to really ask that this energy be channeled from the energy that is meant to come through for the highest good, for the collective people in here, 13 people, so discern on your end what parts of these messages are meant to resonate for you, okay? Good to see you too. I feel you there, grounding to sometime in the void. Oh my gosh, the void, yes. That is such, yes. It's such a perfect word. I didn't even really process it that way this weekend. I am familiar with the void and spending time there and how it can feel, and that is very much a very good word for this weekend. So thank you for sharing that and coming in and saying that. Do the voice. Oh my goodness, you want me to do the? You want me to do? Okay. Since I said inner child, I may do it. I think I'll do it. Just we'll see. I'll ask Spirit to bring it up, to bring it through when I'm meant to put it on. I'm gonna get started first. In a king time. Isn't it funny that you put king instead of long? You embracing your inner child makes you a king or a queen, however you identify. Because I'm trying to also change it to royalty, because I like to use words that are non-gendered. But that there are no mistakes. I'm so happy you feel that way, Karen. We are soul family, exactly. All 13 of us here now. We've grown by 2. We had 11, and now we're building up. And 13 is one of my favorite numbers. I actually bought this home on Friday the 13th, closed on this home, which this home was a process to close on. And I closed on Friday the 13th. And Friday the 13th, I've always loved its energy. I've always thought that it's silly that people thought it was anything that people think is bad or is not good, I tend to be like, let me relook at that. Anything that people think is so amazing or so good, I'm like, let me look at that. You know, like I've always felt I've lived my life in the middle of duality, in the middle of that, and that's always been a natural balance that it's my natural Gemini side, I think. My Gemini sun with my Scorpio moon and my Cancer rising, helping my emotional side also support that balancing. But it has led me to, I don't even remember what I was talking about, so we'll move on. But yeah. They. Okay, cool, Cameron. So I'm so happy that you're here. I was born December 7th, 999. So I use 99 in my username. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, you're 9 years younger than me. Or I don't really, I don't know. I haven't decided how to handle age. They, December 1st. Oh, you're December 1st and December 7th, and my mom is December 5th. Look at that. Thank y'all so much for sharing your pronouns with me, and I will do my best to maintain those. I like to read all tarot and everything that I'm doing energetically. Even if I am referencing a term that may be assigned to gender to me, I am working to unravel those automatic kind of things that we do to apply non-binary terms, because I think it's very important in terms of anybody's identification to help evolve our language and evolve the way that we cultivate a sense of welcomeness amongst everybody. You're Gemini, yeah, fellow Gemini. We get a bad rep sometimes, but I think people misunderstand Gemini in general, but also misunderstand the idea that there's so much more to your chart than just your sun placement, and even than just your sun, moon, and rising placement. You're a Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius. My mom's a Sagittarius, December, and a Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon, and a Taurus rising. Wow. That's interesting. I love Taurus too, and I bet you, that's an interesting placement. Sir, or they, them. Okay. She, her, LOL. I still haven't figured that out. Yeah, it depends on the day, right? I totally resonate with that. 1998. Look at you little babies. You're still 90s babies. That makes me so happy. You're not young. But I was born June 4th, 1990. And so, but you were born 8 years after me, which is still in the 90s. So you still a 90s baby. I turned 32 this year, which is crazy. 1967. There we go. Please, yes. Yay, 1966. Woohoo! I feel old. 1977. No, look, never old. Always young. Time doesn't exist. I think that age is more of a way to communicate with your angels and your frequency than a way to actually determine how you should feel, look, or act, or be. I think that's bullshit, and I think that that's something that we should get rid of. Golden years, exactly. Life is your golden life, right? Golden life. Never old, always young, always celebrating the age. And look, we should start looking up the angel number for your birthday every year. What does 33 represent? What does 32 represent? What does 31 represent? What does 66 represent? What does, when I add 1966 represent? You can look into numerology in that way, because what's crazy is we also go through multiple, like for example, when your Saturn returns, it often happens in most people's late 20s, like 25 to 30. And so this has often really led to what's been classified as the midlife crisis, because around that time, suddenly your Saturn has returned, which is your entire foundation, like how you live your life. Like everything suddenly goes out the window. And so a lot of times you go through like an awakening, right? When your Saturn returns. And an awakening can be different for everybody. Sometimes they go through an awakening and it's spiritual and you actually then awaken fully. Sometimes you just go through different awakenings in your life, always kind of working towards your self-discovery and your self-awakening. And you go through many, many, many layers and awakenings and many different layers of that. But there's also, like, it happens every, like, 25 years or so. So it's just, like, it is set up. Like, everything in nature goes through cycles. So how can we look at age as being a start line and a finish line? Like, we need to reevaluate the way that we look at age, the way that we look at gender, the way that we look at sexuality, the way that we look at everything. Because we recognize that the earth isn't flat, at least not in this dimension. You can argue that in other dimensions there may be a dimension where it is flat, you know? Who am I to determine someone's reality? You're not harming anybody. But the point being, maybe the earth is flat for them. Y'all, you know, like, we all create our reality from our perception. And when we tie ourselves to someone else's reality, or expecting our reality to mirror someone else's reality, by thinking that, you know, yeah, you are me and I am you. We have to be connected. We have to understand our connection, but we have to also understand that we are only in charge of perceiving our reality the best that we can perceive it, the way that we can perceive it. We are in charge of cultivating that perception so that we can shift where our focus is, so that when I look, I'm not looking at all the things that are just bothering me or causing me harm. I'm looking at the things that are supporting me and making me feel powerful in the direction of forward momentum. Because forward momentum is constant. What is in motion will stay in motion. Energy is always in motion. You are energy. I said I was going to get into a channel state, and Spirit's already got me there. You know? I mean, what the fuck am I talking about? Who knows? Do y'all know? I hope you know, because I kind of know. But, like, I told you, we were going deep tonight. We're talking about literally changing the way that we look at our age. And, like, I think that Spirit is really challenging us to focus on that, on the way that we focus on our reality, and not looking at age as being assigned to some sort of textbook thing or something that has been before. And just because their signs are there, the physical reality exists in this current moment, maybe your body feels very old. Maybe you feel old. Maybe it's because you've been telling your body that it feels old. Maybe it's because you've been telling your subconscious that, well, I have a bad memory. I never remember things. And so your subconscious is like, well, I got to throw this out because she says she never remembers anything. So why would we keep it? You know, like, and sometimes it's just like really cultivating a healthier system on how we recognize those things and maintain a new description for ourselves, and then we free ourselves, right? And it sounds like, yeah, right, okay, that sounds so easy to do, or that sounds idealistic. But does it? Or does it just sound like we recognize when a computer program isn't running properly? We recognize when a software has viruses or has things that are causing things to slow down, and when it needs to be upgraded or when it needs to be changed out. We recognize that nature, back to the reference, thank you, Spirit, back to the reference that nature is cyclical, not flat. The earth is not flat. We recognize that we go through seasons, but yet we challenge ourselves constantly in that season. And we're like, why am I tired? Well, because I've fucking been killing myself, drying myself ragged, trying to be this being that is just perfect in this literal middle of a pandemic still, and the middle of a time in history that is like gonna be written about if we make it to that, maybe not written about, maybe digitally discussed about in terms of like a renaissance or like some sort of like major shifting point of a collective consciousness on how we live as a society, and maybe how we live as a collective if we're not careful with Gaia. But by being in fear and anxiety and worry and trying to like just look and like, what am I doing? How am I doing it? Is not the way through. It is by cultivating the frequency. And I know that the 14 people that are here know that and understand that in some way. And the more that you cultivate the frequency of love, I really wasn't planning on talking about Jesus today, because I just didn't want to open that door, if you will. But the story of Jesus is coming up here. And it's like almost like the freedom, right? Like, we're going to keep it real surface level, real simple here, because I don't want to get into beliefs of Jesus or beliefs of anything like that right now. Because I want to keep it very like focused on your energy. But there is this like, we're talking almost about the grids. I know there's 4 people in here that probably weren't here, or 3 people in here that weren't here for the grid work talk that I was talking about. But there is this reference coming up of like holding a frequency of inner knowing and truth when the brain feels as if everything is exploding around it. Universal Love, 44 at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's go. Let me shuffle some cards here. I see my wife who passed, who is my spirit guide, who is also a Gemini, behind you smiling at me. Oh my gosh, Cameron, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Consciousness just came out too. Hi, Danielle. Hi. Welcome. We can live and coexist together. Exactly. Let's see here. Beautiful words. Awesome. I'm so happy it's resonating for you. Let's see here. Spirit, I want to get a couple cards. I want to put this to the side here. Consciousness, number 17 came out, which is 8 when you add it together, which is the number of creation, the infinity symbol, which is literally speaking to you being in your own vortex and your own kind of creation. It is also a reference to like the sun and the moon. When you look at each side, it is like the sun and the moon, a balanced energy. It speaks to balance. And so like when you look at that figure 8, that kind of energy, it speaks to the balance energy. You have consciousness coming up. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on the multi-dimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. I'm letting you kind of connect with the grid because there is energy within these cards. The blue is making, I feel my stomach tightening a bit. There's someone that's been maybe going through a lot of TMI maybe, but maybe going through some stomach issues recently. But they're showing me that it's a way, obviously if there's more going on consistently, please get checked out. But like, they're showing me that there's a lot of transmutation going on, that you are like shedding in a lot of ways. That this full moon is very, very important for you. And that doesn't mean that you had to do anything. You're doing amazing. But this full moon is a turning point in a lot of ways. And I think that there's going to be a really major shift in everybody in this room and in a big way in the collective from now to the next, to the new moon. Because I believe that the new moon is got an eclipse associated with it. So they want me to roll the dice. The number... So 9, which we have 8 and 9, which makes me think of progression. So 89 could be a number that you could look up, angel number 89. Let's look up angel number 89. Let's see here what angel number 89 means. Which 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 8 again. Back to 8 yet again with creation. You lit your Raven Crow candle. I love it. And that's magic. That's the magician energy. Did you get the Raven box? I think you got the Raven box, didn't you? What box did you get, Susie? I thought it was the Raven. You know I have a $44 a month box now, which comes with less items, but you still get a deep dive each month. You did get the Raven. I thought so. Okay. Angel number 89 is a sign of encouragement from the divine realm. It tells you that you are capable of making your dreams come true. You are capable of ... La-di-da-di-da. What does it say? I don't know because I lost it. Whatever challenges you are facing in the process of completion will be eliminated. Your material needs and monetary necessities will be taken care of by the divine forces, and you will be free to focus on your spiritual goals. You hear that? You hear that? Your divine guidance system is saying, we got you. We're going to take care of you, but you've got to trust us and trust that what is happening right now, maybe the funds running dry, if you will, because they're almost showing me like a stoppage in a pipe, and it even feels that way in my gut, like is what I'm picking up on. But it is for a reason, because the abundance that is coming is not meant for everybody that is currently on the train with you. And you gotta pull the train over and throw them motherfuckers, excuse my language, don't report me please, throw them motherfuckers off. Get off the train, ho! Sorry, excuse me. Get off the train, because I have sold all the tickets and you have been done with no ticket. You have no ticket, okay? There is no ticket here, and unfortunately, it is going to take every bit of your willpower to allow for these people to get off the train. But if they won't willingly get off the train, you got to throw their ass off the train, okay, honey? You got to throw their luggage and then let luggage be the thing that takes them off. You know, it's almost like they're showing me like a dog and you have a bone and you're like, I know what to do to get you to go. But I've just been leaving this bone in the drawer, trying to get you to just like lay your ass down and just ride, but you won't ride. So there's some blockages that need to be cleared, but they had to test your faith in your face. They had to test your faith in your face. Okay? Do the voice. Okay, they want me to do the voice again. Voice effects. I want to do...
All right, y'all, this is the voice. Let me know if it annoys you. But this is the voice. Yes, the candles are $27. SpiritGuideApothecary.com. Actually, did anybody... Okay. Can I pin that? Oh, no, I can't pin that. I just wanted you to curse in it. Throw them off the fucking train. Throw them off the train, yeah? Okay. You gotta throw them off the fucking train. I have enough for a candle. Ooh, ooh, thank you. You read me there. You read me. Thank you so much, Adele. You're the best. Answer. Here we go. Yeah, SpiritGuideApothecary.com. If you like what you see here, candle box. I'm not for sale. Well, I am if you want a reading, but I'm not for sale in any other ways. But cards, divination, video readings, candle workings. I feel like I have to change. I do have Cash App, yes. I do have Cash App. And if you need to work out a way to do Cash App for something, we can always do that. But I have direct payments on my website. You can do almost every payment form, any payment format, any card, anything. The voice is hilarious. I feel like the more that I change the pitch, it just kind of helps you hear the voice a little more. I sound normal on my end. Okay, so consciousness. Number 89, we looked up 89. We are seeing that it is about you trusting in the foundation, even though the foundation is rocky as fuck. Child of the cosmos. Yeah, they would not leave you. You've done so much work, right? Do not allow the voices in your head to do a disservice of lying to you and believing it. Okay, because the voices in your head, they're trying to tell you a story that you've been told time and time again. And it's that you're not worthy. It's that I am not worthy. Oh no, this is happening to me. Oh no, my train is being stopped up again. Why? Fudge. I don't know. But you gotta eventually say, you know what? Fuck off. Fuck off. Get out of my way. Because you are slowing me down. Lovingly. Goodbye. I love you. But Spirit has told me, you give me the shits. And I'm hearing, bees don't waste their time explaining to flies why honey is better than shit. Why are you a queen taking your crown off in order to make this person feel more comfortable? Get you a candle. Please. Every person in here should have a candle. And I promise you, I manifest for you that Spirit will show you how much it has your back. How much it has your back. Because you are a child of the cosmos. You are a representation of its consciousness. Thank you, Diana, for the finger snaps. Yes. You are the consciousness of Spirit. And 89 is like Spirit saying, like, the moment you let go of the lack mentality and stop thinking that you don't have the abundance, I can't afford that, I can't get this, I only have enough to get this. ooh, am I going to be able to pay this bill? And realize that, look, I'm paying as much of the things I can pay at this moment. I've got all the abundance flowing in the directions I can possibly have them flowing. I am creating and cultivating all the truth within myself and healing myself and putting myself first so that I can cultivate the frequency of abundance, understanding that when I resonate at that frequency, the abundance will then frequently show up within my universe. Because I understand by actually holding the frequency of trust and faith, even when the things aren't happening within my reality, the universe has to, because the law of attraction, because of the law of so many things. Now, it's not just going to happen. You are a manifester ever since the moment you ever came into existence. You have been manifesting. The law of attraction is not the only law. So there are so many different layers to this, and that's why it's so important, and I will always preach for you to cultivate your practice that works for you. Focus in on where you're manifesting. Do people suddenly come to you and say, hey, I have this item, and you're like, wait, I've been looking for a rocking chair forever, and you have a rocking chair, and you're just willing to give it to me for $15? Well, fuck, yeah, I could totally use that rocking chair. But when that moment happens, don't just say, okay, cool, thanks. No, you take a moment to celebrate to your higher self, to your whatever energy that you cultivated to manifest that into you, right? I've been wanting to get some windmill. I've been wanting to make some of those little, what would they call when we're children, the things you blow and it spins around, a parawheel or a pinwheel. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm talking about. The multicolored thing. Well, I have been wanting one, and I just verbalized it to Todd, maybe a month ago. I said to Todd on the way home, I want to get one of those, or I want to make one, but I want to make it out of recycled materials, because I don't want to buy one, because then it'll be plastic, and I don't want to buy one that's plastic, and so I want to make sure I get it and make it, right? And so what does Spirit do? My neighbor all of a sudden puts up 8 of them all along her property line. She puts one up, and after she puts 4 up, and I'm like, I notice, and I'm like, ha! Thank you, Spirit. I was wanting some, and now when I glance out my window or when I'm walking outside, I can look over in her driveway and I see the pretty little pinwheels. Yeah, going crazy, and I love it. And then a couple days later, I was like, that's cool. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Did a little gratitude thing. A couple days later, I swear to God, I didn't know that I made them this big. She puts one in her backyard, and it's 3 times as big. It's huge. And she puts it facing me. Not facing, her backyard, she doesn't put it facing this direction where I wouldn't be able to see it. She puts it facing me so that I can watch it spin all day long from my yard. And that's a moment of abundance that's coming into my life. I didn't have to do anything. I said, I want this, and Spirit brought it to me through the universe the next day. When I acknowledge that, I open, and then Spirit says, wow, he noticed that. He noticed that. Okay, we can bring abundance through so much easier now, because he's not only just allowing things to come in and he's like, oh, cool, pinwheel, that's cool. He's acknowledging the co-creation moment, the moment of vibrating at the frequency, but knowing that I'm not going to get it right now. It's something I'll make or that I'll get in the future, but that doesn't mean that I can't enjoy it. The sign to me was that doesn't mean that there isn't a way for me to find for that to come into my reality. It showed me that how letting go of the way that I expect things to come into my reality frees me to the ways that Spirit can surprise me, right? I want a pinwheel, you got 8 of them. A mega pinwheel, there you go. And now I want to make one. I want to get some metal, and I want to cut it to the shape, and I want to make it out of recycled materials, and then I want to put one up, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll paint it, and I'll some copy of myself will do that when when I have time. I have infinite time, so I will do it one day. When in divine timing. I just checked my bank account, and there are fees of shipping it. It will be all the money that I have left in your bank account. Well, look, till you get a job. So look, you worked with the Moon Spirit Guide here. I don't want you to run to, put yourself in a state where you're at fear of lack or any sort of thing like that, right? Simply to work with one of my candles. That's why I ask Spirit here and now to help bring in an abundance, a surplus of abundance that you're not expecting, and that once everything is taken care of, all the things that you need and all your needs and necessities are taken care of, that then you have this abundance that can allow you to work with a candle. But just by being here this evening, you worked with one of my candles. You worked with the Reiki. You got all of the energy of the Moon Spirit Guide candle. All of the messages I read activated within your energy field as well, and we set those intentions, right? And you even were cleared out from Gaia, and you were equally a part of that grid creation we did a little while ago. So, but abundance is going to flow, a new job that is going to help you feel supported, or some kind of creative endeavor that maybe you haven't been paying attention to can come to the forefront. You talked about, you're a big light and a big healer, so maybe you telling your story. My hand started vibrating when I said that. Maybe being here on TikTok and telling your story. Look, I started TikTok as like just for fun, and then it really started to become a place of a community, a place of me to actually be able to live my truth and my dream of being able to just create these spiritual tools, help people heal, help people connect to themselves, help people connect their inner child and accept all aspects of themselves, help you have a sort of temperance in your journey, and help you figure out practices that support your own belief systems and support your own power that you cultivate and that you co-create with your team, and then so that you can do every bit of it on your own. And I don't think that everybody's meant to be around to work with me forever. And so however long I have you, I'm happy to have you and to work with you. Yeah, I think they just they wanted to get a candle, teacher. Create your reality, pull lessons from everything. Exactly. I got a message a while ago and have drawn to share. You're allowed to think synchronicities are cool. Yes! I love that. I'm glad I'm going back here. You're allowed to think that synchronicities are cool. Reignite that in yourself too. It's like you really trust your belief. It doesn't matter if anybody else is excited about it, but when you feel that moment within nature, when you know that synchronicity, or if it's an angel number, or if it's a specific message that just comes at the exact time that is meant to come, or the song that speaks the truth, like the true sign. And this is why one of my favorite ways to do divination, y'all, is art divination. And you'll notice I will draw, and I will just do different, here, look, here's a painting I did what I did yesterday that Spirit wants me to share with you. And this was about duality. And one side was speaking to Atlantean energy, and one side was speaking to Lemurian energy. And these feel like pyramids here in the face. And then I created like a face down here. And then accidentally I did all this with like my eyes closed, and then I filled in the blanks with what I saw. And then I saw a book, so I made book pages. And then in the middle, the nose here, at the top, I saw a triple figure, and crowns on each. I had done the yellow, and so I outlined each face and each kind of like silhouette. And then these are each have light language, which was just kind of information. And then you have these chakra colors down here at the bottom. And it just kind of is like something about synchronicities when you said that, wanted me to bring it up here because it's like your own language. Your synchronicity is going to be very specific to the language that makes sense to you. And it doesn't have to, art is art. I damn the belief of that there is good art and bad art. I think there is no art or art. That's it. And so I have embraced that I am an artist and that I channel the way that I create art. Art is my best way of healing. It is my way of channeling through healing energy. It is my way of bringing through healing energy, just like movement. For me, it's art, dance, and movement, music. Yeah, those are the ones. I don't sing and stuff, but music, creating music, frequency, vibration, movement, all of those things, and art. All are my healing modalities that really connect. But let's see here. Let's see. I lost some of. Which one do you want? You'll get them a candle. Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. Cameron, look, that's amazing. That would be so sweet of you. If you have the abundance to be able to provide that for Cameron, that would be an absolute like amazing moment. Wow. Amazing. Thank you. I saw Dragonfly today, and then I joined at 555. And my mom's name is Dragonfly555. And it makes me happy to help people. See, that moment was... Cameron, which one do you want? That's amazing. And Cameron, you can... The turtle! Oh, the turtle! Cameron, if you'll DM me your address and I have a turtle. Yeah, I have a turtle in stock. And I'm gonna throw in a couple. Just purchase the turtle, and I'll throw in a couple little extra goodies to boost you, Cameron, to help you on your journey, and just as like, wow, that's a beautiful exchange of energy and of just gratitude and abundance. So, when they buy the turtle, I'll ship it to you. So, Cameron, send me your address through email or on direct message here on TikTok or Instagram. Instagram would be better because it's really hard for me to get to the messages here on TikTok because I follow a lot of people on here. So the messages on TikTok, if you want to reach me and talk to me, email is the best way. And then Instagram or email. I'm a little slow. I took the whole weekend this weekend because I was going live every day, so I haven't been on Instagram in a minute. Today is the first day I'm back on social media. So yeah, okay, my link is in my bio, which I know you know because you're subscribed. So, but look, the turtle! Oh, divine timing! This is just so beautiful. I can't. Divine timing and resilience, Cameron. Can I read you the candle, or do you want it to be saved for when it gets to you? Your Instagram is the same user as your TikTok. Okay, so it's Camera99. Okay, I'll be looking for your message, and I'll put in your address instead of hers. Please read it to you. Okay. Oh, this is so great. Thank you so much. Teacher, hold on. I'm trying to remember. You told me earlier, and I'm horrible. No, I'm great with names. I'm not telling myself that I'm bad with names, but old Alex used to really fear forgetting names. And I know you told me your name already because you're here in Georgia. But can you remind me, please, so I can thank you by name? Because that's so very kind of you. And I maybe you will send you a little something sweet in your little box. Please read it to you. Okay. Pineapple and coconut. Resilience and divine timing. Little backstory to this candle because I feel led to share it since you chose the sea turtle candle. I chose pineapple and coconut with this scent, which to me, use your intuition to tap into the scent. It smells like a delicious pina colada. It makes me think of putting the toes in my sand when you first get to the beach, and you just finally put your feet into the earth of the sand, which is someone that connects their feet to the earth all the time. The sand is just something different. It's something magical in itself. And because you can really embrace that sand. And so it just feels like relaxation and peace. But what's interesting is I had the sea turtle ready a year before it actually came out. I had the scent decided. I had everything ready. The art was the only thing that even kind of knowing what it was going to say and symbolize was ready. But it just wasn't its time, and it got pushed, and then it made its way a year ago now, actually, in May, I think. So next month. In May, it will have been a year for Sea Turtle, and it came out in divine timing, and so it became my resilience and my divine timing turtle candle representation, because it showed me that how to follow my guidance, how to trust spirit. Even if I have the work done on something, it doesn't mean that it's meant to come out in that moment. It means that I have to trust that it's going to be in its divine timing and purpose. And so that's beautiful that this is a way that it's finding its way to you through divine timing and guidance, through a gift. So, sea turtle. Let's drink some water as a way to hydrate ourselves and embrace the sea turtle's message. Do I order the candle of the month? So you can do the, just go on my website. I have the actual sea turtle. The candle of the month is a new intuitive selected candle that you can subscribe to. It's a monthly candle that I have now. And then you have the regular intuitive. So you can order the regular intuitive candle if you don't want to look for the sea turtle, or you can just order the actual sea turtle on there. You should be able to, let's see where it's at. It might be, if you scroll on the main page, it's like 7 in. But any candle, and then you can memo. And then they'll send me their address, and I will. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. We drink some water. Sea turtle. Cameron, this is for you, okay? Resilience and divine timing. Sea turtle spirit is the essence of resilience. Though their lives are often at risk, they flow with the turbulence of the sea, knowing that when the sea calms again, they will be all the stronger for it. I have to pause because that was beautiful. I feel, and then I have to show you that this sound bowl, which is just a bowl, has a turtle in it. So another reference of turtle being divinely timed in the frequency. Though their lives are often at risk, they flow with the turbulence of the sea, knowing that when the sea calms again, they will be all the stronger for it. When things seem hopeless and never-ending, Sea Turtle reminds us not to fight the current, but to learn from it, so we may come out of the storm as stronger beings. Sea Turtle will help us adapt to any situation so that we can move forward with fearless determination. Just like we talked about in your reading earlier, Cameron. Sea Turtle spirit symbolizes ancient wisdom and divine timing. It shows us how to be more patient and trusting. Sea Turtle peacefully embraces the flow of life, teaching us to slow down. It knows not much is gained by rushing, but rather more is gained from being grounded in the present moment, being grounded in the present and conserving energy. Sea Turtle lends us its shell to use as armor. So that's a perfect thing while you're going through this stuff with your mom and all that. Sea Turtle lends us its shell to use as armor, representing strength, wisdom, and grace. Your home is within you, as is all knowledge. Yay, Cameron! Those are my favorite scents, and I love turtle and tortoises, and I have the symbol as a pop socket. Oh, I love it on your phone. So perfect. Those are my favorite scents. Yeah, I love it. I'm so happy. That's awesome. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much to the both of you for that beautiful exchange. The intelligence of the universe lies within you, and I just said that all knowledge lies within you. So for the collective here, y'all, all knowledge, divine timing, turtle. That message I just read there, even though I said it was for Cameron, it's the perfect candle for Cameron. Yeah, everything we talked about in your reading, Cameron, is a perfect candle. Perfect candle for you. So, but if that resonated for you, and you can, get the sea turtle. Divine timing. Let's collectively work with the sea turtle. Anybody that has a sea turtle right now, we're inviting in our flow. We're trusting that through the turbulence of this change right now, you know, we're trusting our flow. Okay? That's beautiful. Now I want to pull one more card here, because I still feel a tightness within the stomach that is just coming through as cleansing. Last card. Blue Star. This is all about you ascending. there is like a lotus flower blooming within your higher self that is you see the consciousness up here that looks the same? And you see how she's open to receiving and she's got the heart energy the same, right? Her hands are free. Child of the cosmos. There's a rebirth. I talked about that the Fool was left out. There's a, you've got the number 4 here. Blue star. Authenticity on the bottom with the 2 masks. So like I said, there's a big rebirth going on right here within everybody that's in this room. There is a moment of feeling unsure, but needing to have faith in the finances and that everything will turn around. Homeward traveler. Wow, y'all, everything I just read, I really can't even say anything because it's everything I just read on the sea turtle. Her homeward traveler. And I was talking about like having, I forgot I have the voice on and I still sound like a chipmunk. This whole time, I've been sounding like a chipmunk, even during that exchange of, you got it, thank you so much. I love it. I sound like a chipmunk. So, homeward traveler, completion, reunion, return. Do you see it? It literally buttons up everything I was just saying. The child of the cosmos, the consciousness, the home being within you, the sea turtle representing divine timing, resilience, and divine timing. Yeah, the bowls sound different too. That makes sense. I'm over here like, listen to how beautiful. And you're like, ah. That's so funny. But you are home. You're traveling home. Reunion, return. That's this blue star, like the consciousness. You're returning to the child of the cosmos. You're connecting to your collective consciousness and your higher self. And you're holding space so that they can heal the vibrational frequency of your truth. And that way you feel clear to vibrate at that frequency. And there's a bit of not knowing like you see how they're looking up, surrendering, not aware. You see how their eyes are closed. You see how the focus is on the pathway ahead. You see how the consciousness here is vibrating this blue energy. Everything here is blue, teal, blue and teal. Throat chakra, you speaking your truth. Let's get one tarot card representation. Where is this homeward traveler taking you? New beginning, reunion, completion. Thank you, Spirit. 1 of 3 paths. Choose a path. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Choose a path. Which one resonates to you? This is 1. This is 2 in the middle. This is 3 in my right hand. 1, 2 in the middle, 3. 1. Is this your card? Is this your card? That's 1, 2. Is this your card? 2, 3. Is this your card? Is this your card? Is this your card? Doesn't mean that the whole portion couldn't apply to you, but I feel like there was 3 avenues that came out. It's almost like just around the river bend, like the song is coming up, like you're deciding your path, and Spirit wants to show you that regardless, you will still get to the same place, okay? So for pile 1, you chose the pile that represents strength. Cultivating that strength. Meaning the things that you're going to face are going to continue to call on that strength for you, pile 1. On you needing to be able to maintain that strength, but it's going to be so easy for you the moment that you free yourself from the idea that someone needs to perceive you as strong. Okay, pile 1. It came up in reverse. There is this like side of you that you feel so strong, but you feel almost like sorry for that part of you that has to be so strong. And you instead need to identify with that part of you that is so strong. And the reason why you needed to cultivate that strength in order to face the tigers and the lions that were surrounding you. But you found your way through it. Don't get lost within that strength or the idea, right? That victim mentality. The out of balance strength card can tend to make us feel like we're a bit in the victim. Like, what's happening to us? I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of having to be strong. Why do I have to be strong? Why can't I just move on from this being strong? But pile 1, when you cultivate the depths of that strength, imagine the soaring you're gonna do. Just please have the faith and trust that you have what it takes to bridge the consciousness of this new you with the consciousness of this reality that you live in. Pile 2, yours was the 4 of Swords. Toying with your own, what I'm feeling with the 4 of Swords here is you toying with your own, playing games with yourself. Needing to establish clearer boundaries with what you're doing. And this just could be a clearer language. Don't place parameters around yourself. If you're someone, so for me, I like to be like, okay, I'm going to do this and I'll be done in an hour. That never works for me. Instead, I say, unless I have an absolute timeline that I have to be done by, I say, okay, I'm going to do this for as long as it resonates for me. And then when I feel called, I will close up. But I want to at least be done by this time, Spirit. So please draw that boundary and maintain that boundary, right? With the 4 of Swords, it feels like you got to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get yourself out and about. Number 2, it's time to actually get out into nature and get out of the mind and into your body again. You have been turning your body against yourself, pile 2, a bit here, and letting the body not feel like a supportive system because the body maybe isn't doing what your mind wants it to. Your mind may be ready to play, and your body may be like, hey, I need more time to heal. And you're like, I don't want to fucking heal. I don't want to be in hibernation mode anymore. It is spring. I want to be in the garden. I want to be in nature. I want to be out and about. But this pile 2, this is feeling a bit like you just almost making your body feel like it's not ready by trying to force it to be, okay? So take a little time to maybe pamper yourself a bit. So that you can free up your mental space. And then pile 3, 7 of Cups. 7 is been coming up a lot here. And I really feel very happy for you, pile 3. I feel like there's a big clapping going on the other side. There seems to be a representation of the number 7 coming up in terms of the creation of your options that are ahead of you. Like, you are more in flow with your emotions. You're more in line with what you want to spend energy or emotion on. You're more willing to work in a flow state, but you're finding a way to actually have fun no matter the rivers. It feels very turtle energy. It feels like you have really already gone through the turbulent storms and things are starting to calm down a bit. Maybe you're not perceiving that in your 3D reality, but it really is what's coming through with the 7 of Cups coming in here. There is the sense of like, are there too many cooks in the kitchen? But it is going to create a fast momentum regardless on if those cooks are not providing maybe the best recipe. Trust that you are being provided with the energetic, and this could even be, it feels very spiritual for you, pile 3. It feels more like spiritual recipes going on behind the scenes. Pile 3 for you, it feels very much like the work that you've been putting in has gotten you out of maybe whirlpools that could cause you to get caught into the mentality of others, because the 7 of Cups can kind of speak to us being, you see them all coming around this cup, right? I definitely feel like as if it's like, you've got to make sure your cup is overflowing before you're feeding these other fish, okay? But I feel like you're doing that. But you're just such a giving person, pile 3. I feel like you've got to really that the turtle energy is going to very much help you, pile 3, if you resonate with that, because it seems like you're more needing to just recognize that you are strong enough. You have the shell, you have the cup, right? Nobody can take your cup. They can take all these other cups, right? You maybe had all these extra cups, and they can come and they can take those cups, but they can't take your cup. What's yours is always going to be yours. Always. Period. Okay, one collective message here at the end as a wrap up. Thank you, Spirit. The tax collector. Fuck off. Taxes are due tomorrow. And I gotta do taxes tomorrow. Small business. Oh, hilarious. The fucking tax collector coming out here. Oh, fuck off. That's hilarious. How do we want to take that energetically? Let's see. What are you trying to bring through here with the tax collector spirit as a full message? Let's be conscious when we're focusing in on that collective energy, on what that money can provide for. Okay, let's maybe send some energetic sessions tomorrow as we're paying taxes. If you got to do taxes still, send you support. Light your candle for me tomorrow, please. Send some prayers so we can all get through the tax day and get it in time. So, but there is like almost like a reference of just changing the flavor of how it's gonna go, right? It's gonna be a smooth day. You're gonna have an easy time of it, and let's change the frequency of the way the money maybe goes for. Like I set the intention that all of my tax money finds its way into foundations that benefit Gaia, that benefit local communities to me and to other people that are most in need, to our animals that are most in need. I ask that we actually start prioritizing finances into directions that can help sustain everybody. I ask that my money goes to clearing any illusions or anything that isn't serving our highest good. But there's even like look, I cut the deck to Druid. Like, if you're someone that worries about taxes a lot, or if you're someone that has fear of, like, constantly having to, like, pay things, right? Always not having enough money, okay? Then there's this Druid energy that's coming through is a way to show you how abundant you are. So all of this lack is really leading to your 3D reality, whoever this is resonating for. Really concentrate on cultivating a change in the way that you look at your finances and the way that you look at abundance. I talked about this earlier this evening, but it's really coming up strong. And the Druid is like able to literally create abundance out of nothing. Before you gave me my reading, I had a reading less than a week ago, and they told me to start working with Gaia and the chakra you talked about. This is for me right now. Wow, see? And I talked about the Earth Star chakra for you. That's awesome. I'm really happy that both readings have really lined up for you, and that shows that you're doing the work too, because it's coming through again as a confirmation to continue to help support you, right? Now, if you a month down the road and it's still coming up, then honey, it's time to revisit so we can get some stronger roots in those foundations and really making sure we're working with Gaia. Because it's, and listening to that message, right? Okay, 31,000 likes, y'all. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, y'all, I think that it is time for me to wrap up my energy here, to wrap up the evening. I am so thankful for you being here. I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out for the evening. If it was your first time in, I do a weekly live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They will be different each time. Sometimes they'll be readings, energy healings. We'll talk about boxes. We'll do whatever spirit leads me to do, okay? And I like to talk spiritually. You see how we like to support. We are a community here. We succeed through the succession of everyone around us, and as we cultivate a group of loving, a community of love and of supporting each other, we can really come together each Sunday and work energetically and hold each other accountable and help motivate each other, help do energy work to help clear things, help boost, because we've got other energy workers in here, Adele and other things, and y'all, I want to cultivate more of that, right? Each week. I love that you all come back each week, and if you have to miss a week, that's okay. Come back the next Sunday. You never have to feel like you miss out. My energy is with you always in terms of our collective soul family energy, and the way that we work. Be exactly who you are. They're gonna try to change your heart. Don't let them. You're sure damn fine just the way you are. You better shine on them, baby. You a star. Be exactly who you are. They're gonna try to change your heart. Don't let them. Healer, rogue, philanthropist. You a sneaky ass, smart healer. You're meant to help heal people that literally have a completely different way of looking at the world, and you're meant to utilize the way that you understand the world, the way that you conceptualize the world to heal people and unlock their brains and help them remember. You speak words. If you speak words, they sneak their way into people's journey. They don't change people on the surface level where it's just like right there in your face. But trust and believe that the work that we are doing is slowly. Rogues come up and suddenly you don't even know they're there. They're like, but like in a positive way. So like suddenly you're gonna come up with healing energy, right? Like, oh look, I accidentally hit it. Healing energy, like get that shit in there. You're like, suddenly you're just healed. And then like you see the offering that's being provided here, the intelligence that's being provided here. Okay. Okay, let me wrap this up. Thank you so much for being here. If it's your first time, please follow me. Please come back next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Alex. I own Spirit Guide Apothecary. I have all of these ritualistic spiritual tools. So if you resonated with anything that I said this evening, then possibly there might be a spiritual candle or product that could possibly help you in your own spiritual journey. I also have one-on-one readings available if you'd like to book on my website, spiritguideapothecary.com. The link is in my bio. Yeah, I have monthly deep dive boxes. The cutoff date has already passed for May's box, but you can check those out. I still got a box left for the Rabbit Spirit Guide, which is a whole deep dive into the Rabbit Spirit Guide energy. And then I have a bunch of other goodies on there. And then if you just enjoyed and you'd like to leave me a tip or anything along those lines, you can find my Cash App or Venmo in my link in my bio as well. Again, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love each and every one of you so much. I love our time together here on live, and they're asking me to pull one essential oil card as I give you an opportunity to say goodbye, because I don't like to hang up, because it's like talking on the phone in a group chat. I can't hang up on all my friends. So I want to give you a moment to say bye, and anything else. How do I start more connecting with Gaia? Any tips to how to burn my candle? Okay, Cameron, it's going to come with a burning ritual. It will walk you through your first lighting. Burn it for at least 4 hours for the very first time, or until the wax reaches all the way to the glass, okay? But it will walk you through intention settings. Read the label when you get it, and then just set some intentions on what you want that candle to help you with. What is the divine timing that's coming up? You can journal about it. You can write with that spirit guide beforehand, and as the energy's making its way to you, see what the sea turtle brings up. Connecting with Gaia, my favorite way is by actually touching Gaia, getting out in nature, putting your feet, your hands on trees, on earth, and then meditating in whatever resonates for you. If you like to dance, sometimes sit-down meditation isn't for everybody. I like journaling. I like meditating through music. I like meditating through movement. You'll see me doing my staff meditations. I do healings that way. I like to meditate through art, but connecting to actual Gaia and asking for her to help transmute any energy that isn't serving you. Asking her to release you of any energy that isn't serving your highest good, and to connect you for your highest good more clearly with their energy, right? And then trust your guidance, right? Look into Gaia's energy. Connect with the elements. Gaia is made up of the elements. When you look at Gaia and you look at nature, it's all the elements. Connect with the wind. Connect with the air, or with the wind, the air. That's the same. With the water. When you're showering, when you're drinking water, connect with it. When you're on the earth, connect with it. What intentions do you feel? What vibrations do you feel? There's frequencies in all of it. So what are you receiving from Gaia in that moment? What are you giving to Gaia in that moment? You giving energy that isn't serving you also helps her, if you give intention that way especially. So Gaia, as I release this energy to you, I don't want this to be a one-way street. I want this to be a relationship, and I'm so thankful for everything that you're helping me to heal, and you're so in need, because everybody in the world isn't doing a really good job of taking care of you. So as I release and connect with you deeper, I ask that every bit of energy that I release to you transmutes and helps you heal, helps heal a part of your earth that is needing it more than ever. And I thank you for allowing your energy to help heal me within that process. Okay? Now those were all just simple, quick ideas that I just spouted at you a mile a minute. So just to say, trust yourself, okay? You're going to know how to connect with Gaia better than anybody will be able to tell you. I gave you a couple ways that it works for me, but grounding is the best possible way. Meditation and grounding. You will definitely journal it. Love it. But it will come with a lighting ritual for your sea turtle. Okay. As everybody's saying goodbye, you're so welcome. I really enjoyed the time with you and all today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I talk with them. Good. Okay, good fortune. Look at that. Good fortune just came out in 13 people. That's amazing. If you just happened to join and you weren't here a minute ago, 13 people. Good fortune is coming your fucking way. Excuse my language, but... And I talked about how I bought this home on Friday the 13th, the most unlucky day of the year. Your luck is now. You were always unlucky, but it is your time of fortune right now to cultivate that, the abundance, to receive that. Now, the trigger statement, this card has a trigger statement and a true statement. The trigger statement is there is not enough. The true statement is I attract abundance. Wild orange. Now, something I talked about, since we were talking about Rabbit, and I'm going to make this quick. Since we were talking about Rabbit Spirit Guide, creation and abundance, manifestation. Rabbit is what everybody is working with over the course of this month. And I talk about in the box how good luck is what Rabbit brings to you. That magic. But it is a testament to the inner frequency. Good luck. The way, in my belief, the way that good luck works. It is not just a streak of good luck that something happens to you. It is a testament to the inner cultivation of work that you are doing to allow you to be at the frequency of that experience to flow in. For you to allow for that miracle or that experience that seems like, whoa, that was lucky that happened, to flow in. And the more that you cultivate your truth and authenticity, and you're in your joy and you're in your truth, like I said, truth first, like when you're in that truth, when you're in that pocket, then good luck starts to become something that you recognize from multiple directions. And that is something that is rare, because you recognize that it is actually you being at that truth that brings that luck to you and allows for that luck to flow. And it doesn't always good luck doesn't always have to look like something good, even though it's got the word good in it. But we assign the perspective of what is good. Maybe something that is really bad in your life has led to something that is the best thing that's ever happened in your life. And without that something bad happening, you would have never experienced that something amazing and good. And so that good luck could be that something's happening that was out of your control, that pushed you to an experience that brought good into your control, or into your life, right, into your frequency. Feel the joy you would have once you reach all your goals, here and now. You will achieve your dreams fastest this way. You see that orange yet again. You see that orange right there, that creativity. Friday the 13th next month, May 13th. Wow, I didn't realize that. Thank you, Lola, for sharing that. And there's a Friday the 13th next month. So for everybody that's in here that was resonating with that, mark your calendar for Friday the 13th, because I'm telling you something big is going to happen for you on Friday the 13th. For every one of us in here, something major, something great, something that is going to shift your focus entirely, your perspective. You're just not going to be able to not see it. You're going to see it and be like, holy crap, that's amazing. I can't believe it, but I also know it to be true. Okay? I manifest that for all of us. That we feel the joy right here and now in that moment. It's a Friday, and it's obviously Friday the 13th. Going to go visit my friend. I love it. Yes. Okay, y'all. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you again next Sunday. If I pop on live randomly, then I'll see you again then. But I probably won't be live again until next Sunday, because this next week is going to be working on the May box. If you want to book a reading with me, though, then I'll see you in the reading with you this week. Have a wonderful evening. Sleep well. Mwah. Swipe left to close. They changed how to exit. There we go. Now the power. Now they let me get into it. There we go. Bye, y'all.